Greetings, fellow engineers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, episode 107, Mining for Teleportation. It is -7 here. Oh, it's colder than I thought it would be. It is March 14th. And my home is the peak straight ahead. Elkie has been quite the loyal companion on this trip. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten my spawn point. I'll be setting that post-haste. Whew! Home sweet home. Alright, so the newest schematic I'm just going to place on the ground there. And let's see. Wood materials. Jonas parts. I don't really have space for any of that. On point. Bunch of this stuff, I don't really know what it is. I can put it in monster loot. Monster loot will be kind of a catch-all. As far as statues go, seems like a reasonable spot. Maybe I'll just adorn my base with stuff. You know, it's all treasure from my conquests, so... There. The wood chests. Dirt. Fibers. Bazaar, which would be clothing. Cooking pot I'm just going to put down for now. That goes somewhere else, but I don't need to worry about that at the moment. I probably need like a bookshelf at some point. Because I brought home book-like stuff. I'm just going to put the scrolls and healing for now. It's completely the wrong spot. But it's just a stopgap. I'm going to put my meteoric iron arrows away, but keep my normal ones. I'm going to empty that crockett at some point. And then the rest of the stuff on me can go into storage. So these materials, these scrolls that I looted, I'll put in here for now. It's very weird to see my base without snow. Like, very weird. Alright, these two crocs can go back into the kitchen. You know what? I should do a run to the kitchen. Putting all the kitchen stuff away. Because a lot of the items that I have on here are just belong in the kitchen. I think this bucket of water was for up here. We have another statue that can go in the front. torch holders. I'll bring them down to the kitchen area. I was planning... Oh, there's the rot. You can separate the rot from the pot by tossing it like that. So we got a bunch of empty pots. I did want to eat and then take the last meal out of this crock to make this an empty one. There we go. So, empty crocks. Alright, gears. In the monster loot. Scrolls in the healing. What else? Wood. And that's about it for that. Cheers. Cool. Alright, let's get back down to the kitchen. I wonder if berries are ripe. And if you're wondering, it is negative. It's about freezing. It's 0 where I am right now. So I'm going to put the rope for the elk in the saddlebag. There are no pots on the shoulders. Cool. No chill. If I wanted to make a barrel for rot, I could. I have the enough rot for 2 compost barrels. It's pretty low on my priority things to do, though. If you were wondering. Got some better things in mind. Put the food away. And the bowls. One of them can go back in the fire, though, for convenience. Alright, now my inventory looks a lot more reasonable. As far as crops go, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that matured as I was away. That doesn't surprise me at all, given how long I was away for. So I got cabbage and flax, and got this entire farm just about full grown. Berries will flower pretty soon. I think the reason they're not flowering right now is because I was away so that this chunk was frozen in time. Otherwise, they'd be in bloom. And I'm going to do one last emptying out of the boat. Didn't grab everything. Alright. Maps and scrolls and the like. Oh, come on. No! Stupid rollers. I don't need rollers anymore, so I'm going to toss them into the water. I was trying to interact with the elk, but it wanted me to interact with the rollers. Conflict of clicking. Okie dokie. Let's empty the rest of the stuff out, and then I'll be building something rickety, if you know what I mean. Or at least trying to. Yeah, the reason why I don't take the elk all the way up there is, like, fall damage. It's not worth the risk, I think. No, I didn't mean to bring rot with me. Put that away. So, the current priority right now, build a translocator. So if we take a look at the customized translocator, I need lead, copper nickel, which is copper and nickel, electrum, which is gold and silver. I'm going to go for the lead first. Mine lead for a translocator. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all the materials together for it, but in the case that I don't, I'll probably cheat dev mode load it in, because it's very much the last thing that I would need to do in this series. The only other thing that I haven't done is making chromium washed stuff, and I don't think I'm going to get that done this series. Just because waiting for leather to wash is like watching paint dry. There's really no need. Alright, lead. Where am I going for lead? So the electrum is going to be the hardest thing to source, I think, given that I don't have a lot of leads on silver and gold and where they might be. I can go to one of my old quartz mines to see if there's more silver and gold there, but we might have tapped what was there. I think there's still silver there, but I don't know about gold. Gold might be tricky to source. Ooh, rich. Well, that will make making the lead plates easy, I think. Maybe a trader has some gold. I don't know of any traders that would sell it. I could be wrong. So for the lead plates that I need for the translocator, I need 12 ingots worth. It's quite a lot of lead. But this seems to be making a big dent in my needs, so that's good. Pro pick. Once I run out of obviously mineable lead, I'll pro pick to see if there's stuff hiding. I bet there's still plenty of lead around that I've yet to spot. I'll have to look up what traders carry gold and silver. I mean, it's possible that there's some around, but I don't know off the top of my head. Trace amounts. Okay, so I got most of the lead that's around here. We'll see if we can spot the rest. Not a big deal if I can't, though, given trace isn't much. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. So it's one lead spot. Go ahead and delete it. And I don't think it's the only one that I've had. Zinc. There's more lead over here. Because we're not far from the base, I'm gonna quickly get back home and see how much lead this actually gives me. Lead also has a really low melting point, so it's very easy to make stuff out of lead, because its fuel requirements is simple. Oh, I suppose the other thing I hadn't built is the beehive kiln, but I really just don't have need for mass produced fired clay stuff. So that's another thing that I'm not going to bother with, I don't think. Given the melting point of lead, might as well just get some peat while I'm here. All right. Was I low on... No, my hammer has a lot of durability. That's good. Okay. It is a... Oops. Crucible metal. And I have 8 ingots worth, and I need 12. But what I only have 4 ingot molds, so I'm going to make a batch of 400 lead now. And its melting temp is 372. So peat should be fine. And then once in the molds, then we'll Hellhammer smash it flat. I had a few nuggets in my storage for it as well. I'm not going to worry too much about making more ingot molds, just because this is kind of like a one-off project that I'm not going to need a bajillion molds for going forward. Oh, that was spoiled food. I'm going to need to get myself more food. So after I pour the molds, I'll do some cooking. It's a very different view than what I've been used to. This is much prettier. Even though all it would take is one little snowfall and it would all come back. So, for 8, I need only 60 nuggets for the last lead. It's not much. So let's get a few more nuggets of lead so that I can finish the plates, and then nickel might be tricky. I don't know if I know of any nickel. In terms of prospecting, I'll check in a minute. I don't know if I have any leads on nickel either. And then gold might be tricky to source as well. We'll see. Alright, because I am trying to make a lot of progress, I know that the farm has a lot of crops to be processed and eaten or whatever, but I'm just going to eat my crocked food rather than to deal with, like, cooking or whatever. Saves me some time. With all the lakes melting, it's definitely harder to traverse around. Oh, I already passed it. I'm not planning on investing any time outside of my priority, if you're wondering. Because I would not get my invested time back. So I'm not building bridges, I'm not making ingot molds, I'm not doing anything that I don't need to do for the goal. That's pretty much how it always works. There's literally a chat command about I work on the priority above my head. And only other things as needed. And large-scale construction projects to make traversing one lake that I might traverse once is, well, out of scope. I probably already have enough lead, so I'm just going to call this one quits, even though I'm sure there's more lead here. I can't stop myself. That should be enough. Just for confirmation. Trace amounts? Okay, so I got most of it. I'll go ahead and delete the lead marker. And this was rich again, so good yields for the effort. That looks like placed dirt by the player because it was like a wall of dirt, but it wasn't me. It was just a pretty strange map gen. Wow, it is warm. 9 Celsius in game? No wonder the ice is going bye-bye. Alright, let's make those plates. So, peat, if you're wondering, can't be a forge fuel. So I can't use peat to heat up the lead on the forge. So I need to use coal or some other forge fuel for it, if you were wondering. So it's not about burn temperature, it's just about what material is allowed or not. Blind Lens, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the cheer. Oops. Wrong thing to drop, but whatever. Alright. So we got the ingots heating up for the Hellhammer. There's wind enough to forge plates. It's not great, but it will do. Oh, that's already done. My god, that is fast. Oh, it's solid. Never mind. It had melted from the ambient heat of the last... That's funny. Come on, wind. So I just need to remelt it. Ooh, wind's picking up. Thanks, wind. Alright, and that's the last 4 that I'll need. Oh, now it's down to 0. Wow, that was a wild temp shift. Quite the sunset, too. I like it. My nutrition is, okay. From all the devastation death. The wind is not exactly cooperating, but the plates are forming. So, back to the guides. This needs, 6 plates. There's 1. Here's number 2. And then we have 3, 4, and then 5 and 6 are these nuggets. That's enough help for now. So at the start of this series, I like full-on panic mode blitzed towards trying to get farming up and running and everything, and I never really sat back and appreciated the terrain around me. Oh, halite. Oh, interesting. So, taking a look at what I need from here on out, I will want gold. There's tiny chances for gold around here, if but tiny. And then for nickel, there is a decent spot for nickel. Because this breaks down and smelts to nickel. So we have one potential hint on where we might find nickel for our components that we need. If I turn on the other waypoints, there should be a quartz spot. Okay, so there's potentially gold here. I'll save that. And gold here, and I'll save that. So we'll go looking for gold, silver, and nickel next, once the lead's done. This lead's still liquid, but it's about to get cooled. And then we have to heat it up again. Yeah, wind! Wind's picking up. So in terms of the translocator, I have the schematic. I have support beams, or rather I can source support beams pretty easily. I have the gears and the divergence manifold. I am working on the lead plates. I don't yet have the scraps and strips, but like they're easy to source. Easy enough to source. Do they have to be iron? No, they could be other things. Okay. And then, so it's the nickel and the silver and gold that we need. Yeah, they can be really any metal, strips and irons. You think it looks so much better without the snow? Yeah, it's pretty without the snow. I agree. So we have some leads for where we can find nickel and gold and potentially silver. So what do I have on hand? I've got copper for the Cooper-Nickel, but I have only one nugget of silver, which is nothing. But one of the issues is we do have the gold ingots. Can I? And a silver ingot. So it'd be the Lux Trader. So I can chisel the ingots into a chunk and then form the electrum that way. I know I'm going to need more silver for that. But yeah, let's pull these out and I'll start chiseling them now. I'm glad I didn't use those up. Oh, these are ready to go. Using up the silver, so there's silver bits, gold bits. That's going to help out a lot. So Electrum, is, we'll probably do 60 silver, 40 gold, even though I have more gold right now, just because gold is a lot more rare. And for me to get the, necessary materials for the rickety translocator, I need electrum plates, so I need 4 ingots of this stuff. So it is not a small amount. But I primarily will need silver for that. So we should return to the silver mine that's here and try to bleed it of much silver as I can. So as soon as this finishes going into the ingot molds, I'll depart. And because I won't wait here for the ingot molds to solidify. I don't need to wait for that necessarily. Feels weird to be carrying around like the really high quality healing. So I'm going to switch out just for the clean bandages, which should be enough to keep me out of trouble. And then when it comes time, I can use the copper ingots for the nails and strips for it. I don't really need to worry about that right now. There we go. So these are the last 4 that I need for those plates. And there's 4 of the 6 plates needed. Done. Alright, let's go looking for mostly silver and a little gold. And I'll need 160 nuggets of gold and 240 of silver. Yeah, I should bring my hammer in this case. Maybe I'll keep the nuggets on me so that I have an active count. So I have 40 of gold out of the 160. Man, that's a lot of gold. So if we take a look here, like that is 2 ingots of electrum right there. Or plate of electrum. So if I had, what was it again? 4060? Oops, 8. Okay, so, I need what total? 1 ingot is 12. So, I need 48 nuggets of silver bits. And 32 nuggets of gold bits. I have enough gold. Nah, I just need silver. Okay. Well, I have a good lead on silver, so let's get silvering. I'm mostly worried about the nickel, because I don't actually physically know where nickel is. I just have a prospecting point for nickel. I've never actually seen it myself. So, big question about that. Yeah, there was enough for 1 ingot. I don't have a free ingot mold. I've got lead in my ingot molds that needs to solidify, so. While there was enough for 1 ingot, there was nowhere to put it. Sorry, elk. Took a bit of fall damage there. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch, March 6th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.